Well, greetings and welcome back, Blade fans. Yes, this old sword is here. And you may remember that not that long ago, I introduced you to this guy, which was a design by Mike Snody called the Xcellerator. It's by Artisan. It is from their proprietary AR-RPM9 steel, pretty good steel, kind of akin to some of those 9CR18 MOV steels and so forth, I am told, but their own mix. And it's gotten some good reviews and good ratings. This is a green, I would call it greenish to natural, sort of grayish micarta, a very nice micarta, smooth, even, a nice brass surrounds, and a ginormous blade. We call it ginormous, large at least. Kind of a harpoon, swedged, drop point, big belly. Anywho, that was that. And this, with its own pouch and everything, and its own box. And I got to show you, if you haven't bought a higher end Artisan knife, you get a little tuna can. Put your tobacco in there and pens. It's kind of convenient. Not super sturdy, but does the thing. It's a steel can inside of a box. So that's what we've got today. Oops, only a stock number. What are we going to do about that? Well, we're going to have to reveal with a sticky zipper. You don't want a sticky zipper if you're dealing with knives or some such thing. Here, it is. Big reveal 2 minutes in. That is, or I should say this is, the upscale Artisan Xcellerator with an X, designed by Mike Snody. Beautiful frag titanium handle, solid titanium, with what would appear to be either a anodized to look like brass or a brass backspacer, barely a backspacer, just a little piece there, and a piece on the pommel, which gives us a pin, a spot for a hidden lanyard pin inside. Beautiful clip with the Snody dollar sign. Means he's going to make a lot of money over the years if he hasn't already. Hope you have, Mike. Great designs. Here we go. There is the same blade as the one I just showed you, except, and the same handle, everything the same, except here we've got S90V. How about that? So we got titanium S90V, brass pivot surround, frame lock, as opposed to liner lock on this guy. And we're going to put that one aside for a moment. Beautiful drop shot knife. And focus our attention on this Xcellerator titanium and S90V. Nice jimping, just enough useful, not overly sharp, good place to put your thumb, and we've got a place to choke forward on the handle and lay the finger into that recess on that harpoon blade. And the middle finger fits right in there. So we've got a really good grip. No sliding, because that middle finger is going to keep my hand from moving very much, hopefully. And you can also, by virtue of this long handle, hold this back here. Maybe you want to do a little light chopping. Maybe you want to get a little more reach defensively. And we do have a pretty decent point here, slightly upturned, but because of that swedge, it drops down to right about that line above the pivot. So pretty nice if you need a piercy sort of a knife. And last I looked, it was a pretty sharp blade. I risk embarrassment again in the event this doesn't work out well, but let's give it a try. Pretty good so far. I would say she's sharp. She is sharp. There's the evidence. Let's get this junk out of the way. I hate paper cutting because it makes a mess on my table. Let's measure this guy up. It's going to be identical to the original in AR-RPM9, the budget model, if you want to call it that. 9 inches. Let's get it down there so you can see it. 9 inches overall, and not quite 4 inches, like 3 point. We're going to give that a 3.95 designation to be as exact as I can. Blade stock in millimeters is 3.5 millimeters. In inches, 0.13, and a very thin handle, 0.49. This original handle is 0.57. So very slim and slender for a large knife. Look at that. You can feel it in the hand. But the handle's got good height in here, so you have no problems hanging on, and this frag pattern is neither sharp nor slippery. It definitely is grippy. It's just perfectly done, perfectly milled. Finally, the weight. Let's see what we get for the weight. And we're going to do that in the closed position. Almost 6 ounces. So 5.94, it does not feel too heavy. What does this one weigh? Wow, it's more. So big knives, big blades, and we're gaining some advantage from the tie in that I don't believe it's even milled out. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Solid tie. So the steel liners on this guy are probably adding to the weight, possibly the micarta, although that really generally doesn't weigh much. G10 and micarta and carbon fiber don't tend to weigh that much. So yeah, we call it a 6 ounce knife, really, and thin in the hand, and grippy, and it is drop shut. Beautiful action on the middle finger flick and the thumb flick, and it's got a good break on it, so you can sort of roll it out, but it doesn't want to give way slowly, which is a good thing. Can I shake it free? Nope. But perfect on the flick, thumb and middle finger, and beautiful on the drop. Just gorgeous. It's a big one. How does it compare? Well, I got something over here called the Gator by Vostede. You remember this guy? This is the sheep's foot edition. There is a Wharncliffe and a sheep's foot edition. This is a big knife as well. And what have we got? We've got a bigger knife. We have a bigger knife. By half an inch, maybe a little more. So big blade on this guy, slightly longer blade and a bigger handle, longer handle. Interesting. And well, bring out the original here too. Call it the original. The first one to come out under the name Xcellerator. You can see they are definitely identical. And if we bring out the Rat 1, heard some bad things about Ontario Knife Company recently. They may be going under. Sad to hear that. Well, comes in close, doesn't it? Quite close, maybe half an inch shorter overall. And finally, the Griptilian. Going to look a little small next to the Griptilian. Or the Griptilian is going to look small next to the Xcellerator, about 1.25 inches or better. There it is. Quality, beautiful blade, feels great in the hand. Fantastic action, just really smooth on bearings. And it's got a nicely tuned detent. I would say just about perfect. For flicking, again, if you wanted to walk it out, you can really push on it and then walk it out the rest of the way, but it kind of moves away from you as it breaks because the detent is strong enough to have it do that. Take a look at the clip, beautiful milled clip, not deep carry, but close enough. Blade is perfectly centered. Not a huge blade to handle ratio, or I should say maybe a little less blade than handle there. But it does make a knife safe because the tip drops down into the handle and you don't have anything there that's going to catch you. Plus, it's a beast. You can do a little bit of persuading there with that pommel end. Interesting how it tapers and becomes that narrow at the end. But it is a cool place for 2 fingers and a pinky. And you can kind of get way back there if you wanted to. You know, you can get back a little further. I don't know how that would work, leaving the pinky off. It's a long-handled knife. It's like a lot of those cold steel knives, only somewhat in miniature. I think I covered all the salient points. High-quality materials, titanium and S90V. And these are coming in at $200 at White Mountain. So if you are interested, I'll leave you the link. And if you can't find it there, it might be available elsewhere as well. Take care. Be well. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back soon.